Manever I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, I see them yopo.
Who have said about
I'm saying that it can be done.
How can they come on board and campaign for him?
Please, I said it can be done. Brian, I've spoken to him. I personally have called Brian yesterday.
Okay.
I called him, my brother. I called him. I said, Lotiglo, it's over. We'll all come together and work.
Okay. All right. Honorable, you know, usually when we're having these conversations, I ask the NDC reps one question, and I ask you the same thing. Whether you would want to chop your home matter or you want to chop their house matter for them.
No, this one we have to chop their house matter. Okay. Our house is intact and safe. So, and you know, we are running a country, a multi-party democracy where you need a very strong opposition to keep you going. And I am always happy to have opposition. For example, in my constituency, I'm happy when my friends in opposition say that, look, we elected you for this particular purpose. This was a promise you made, but we are not seeing anything. You know what it does to me? Yeah. It wakes me up, and quickly I go to see how best I can sort it out so that the very people that voted for me would still have confidence in me. So we require a very strong, vibrant opposition to keep this country running. But well, let's go back a little bit. Why are we where we are? Look, first and foremost, let's say congratulations to Honorable Titus Glover and then Dr. Baumia and the team. I mean, already they had chosen their candidate even before the race started.
Oh, wow.
And I think that's where the problem is from Ken and Brian and the rest.
Oh, but they went for elections. How can you
before the contest started.
How?
From national executives, from members of parliament, etc. And look, from even the national executive body, something that should have started from the branches, go through the constituencies, through to national, because they had an established candidate already, they decided they were going to do it in the reverse order.
Yeah, but the two are not the same.
No, but is it not?
The election of a flag bearer is not. That is not what ends the reorganization necessarily. And that they will tell you that they will start from area ward coordinator to police station all the way to national officers.
Yes.
And that the election of a flag bearer is a stand-alone activity. So it's not part of the party reorganization per se.
Look, this is not the first time they are having presidential primaries in the NPP, and we know how they have gone about it.
That's true.
But for me, what is intriguing is how you would want to present a candidate that got just barely about 40% of the votes.
Okay.
And you are presenting that candidate for a next election. Look, let's look at the trends in their presidential primaries.
Okay.
If you look at former President Akufo-Addo, right from the time he became a presidential candidate, his votes from the first term to the second to the third and etc. kept increasing.
Right.
But in the case of Dr. Baumia, he moved from where? A 61% to about a 57%. That alone speaks volumes about the confidence the people themselves have in his leadership. If you look at the things that were said before, and then my senior Titus Glover is saying that, look, we'll come together. How are you going to come together and tell us that Dr. Baumia is not going to tell lies? He's not a liar. I didn't see this. Honorable Kennedy Ajapon said it. How are you going to come and tell me that Dr. Baumia can manage the economy when Dr. Brian Champon was saying that the whole thing was in his hands and he drove the car and we crashed after they gave him the steer? That car, he crashed Ghana. And look at one interesting thing. You see, there are two schools of thought for Dr. Baumia. In one breath, you will hear Napo saying that when they went to cabinet, the most intelligent person, Akufo-Addo, included in that cabinet meeting, that the smartest in cabinet was what? Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. As for President Akufo-Addo, he was sleeping. The rest of the cabinet ministers, they were sleeping. Dr. Baumia was the smartest. And what did his smartness bring to us? What was the exchange rate? What was the economy looking like? The smartest man helped us to dig a hole. I call it the pit of sin. It seated there, pushed down buildings, we pushed down the houses of judges, and we dug a pit. His smartness brought haircuts that even including a former attorney general had to pick it at the Ministry of Finance. I say, look, it's a good election we are going to go into. Look, we are the processes that led to the election of Dr. Bawumia, and then what I call the parliamentary mutiny and coup d'etat.
Hey.
Oh no, but there was a mutiny. It was, you know how these things start. It starts like a joke. I would say to leader Afenyo-Markin, just prepare yourself. There is a mutiny. There is a coup d'etat.
In Parliament?
Oh no, it's going to. It happened even before the election of Dr. Bawumia. You see, in the minority leader trying to say he was as neutral as he could be, but on the day of the election, we saw what happened. What happened in Efutu? His good friend got almost 80-something% or more. And you know what happened? In the following morning, he had to run back to Efutu and do a press conference and tell them, you see, he's my friend, and you see, friendships, I value it so much. No, we knew already that you were not in favor of the establishment candidate. And we knew that once Dr. Bawumia is made the presidential candidate, the hard work of Afenyo will not be recognized. It's just a matter of time. You saw from the video. Look, I told you something.
We've heard Anthony Kabu,
yes,
who's a former MP for Laura, and also a former Deputy Roads Minister, who is now a key member of the Bawumia team, say on a media platform that Afenyo-Markin is safe. We've heard the national organizer of the party, Nanabi, who also said Afenyo-Markin is safe. Just this morning, we have heard from another key member of the party who says Afenyo-Markin is safe. Why are you still telling us that we should watch out for what is likely to happen to Parliament? The minority.
If you ask the minority leader himself whether he is safe, if he's going to be candid with you, he will tell you he's not.
Really?
It's one thing saying it and the actions behind we see. I mean, I told you what happens in Parliament. Leadership, we hold them in high esteem. Leadership in Parliament is very strong. How can you have your MPs leave you behind and not inform you that they are leaving for the flag bearer's house, and then you find yourself seated alone, and then all of a sudden you see that, oh, the flock I'm leading. Oh, you tell me about where is the flock? The flock has bolted.
Oh, aren't we reading too much meaning?
Is that not mutiny? Is that not a coup d'etat? Is that not information to say that, look, my brother, you did not support our candidate. It is time for you to give way. For those who look, and you can't blame them. So look, loyalty is key. The minority leader has his loyalty to Kennedy, not to the elected presidential candidate. I mean, it is clear, and he re-emphasized it during his what do you call it? His press conference in Efutu. That look, this is my friend. I can't leave him. Tomorrow, if you are the presidential candidate and you have a minority leader in Parliament who says that your strongest opponent, who after about 5 days of you being declared a winner, he hasn't even come to say congratulations, we are going to work together. And then he goes on air and says that, look, we are left with 3 years. We will see what will happen. What is going to happen in 3 years? And you know, this is a man that we know. This is a man that we know has said a lot of things. I don't want to say some things on air here. But of course, you know issues of even a particular journalist, etc. I don't want to say it. But so when he says, I'm just going to tell Honorable, be careful. Because your man says that 3 years is a long time. Look, we have seen people in the political circle and the things that can happen. They have brought this upon themselves. They decided that they are going to bring a lame horse into a competition. We are happy they have brought the lame horse. For us, even if no matter the person the NDC is going to elect as a candidate.
Shouldn't it rather be a jockey? Because the horse is the party, isn't it? The jockey is the person who's riding the horse.
You see, if you have a bad horse
Okay.
and you have a good jockey, what are you going to do?
Okay.
This is a lame horse. I'm saying, for us in the NDC, we are campaigning based on what we promised our people, right from the economy to the area of agriculture to the area of health, etc. What is the NPP going to campaign on?
But how do you know, Honorable,
Yes.
that by 2028, the economic performance that we're seeing today, the same thing would see the same thing in 2028? How do you know?
Oh, let me borrow my uncle, former MP for Sanargo.
Okay.
He says that from the beginning of a testicle, you will know whether it will develop a hernia or not.
I mean, ABF say
Yes, that's what my
Where
uncle
is
will
he?
tell you. Oh, my uncle is around.
Okay.
He's around. Look, Umar,
the same guy who said that when the weather is cold,
yes.
no woman is ugly.
You can trust my uncle when it comes to these things. But Umar, what I'm saying is that for us bringing Dr. Baumia as candidate, we are happy.
You're happy?
Oh, but I think it would have been much difficult to beat.
Some of your colleagues were campaigning for Kerry.
It would have been more difficult to beat Brian Achampon than Dr. Baumia.
Really?
Oh no, obviously.
Why?
Because he would have come with a clean slate. He wasn't in charge of our economy. He did not mismanage this economy. He was not in charge in the last 8 years.
But the economy also includes agriculture.
Yes.
So if the economy went bad, we should then be questioning how agriculture also fed, of which he was the minister, or the sector minister.
But at
My
the
point
end-
is, can
yes.
he totally absolve himself
No, he
from
cannot.
the conversation on the performance of the economy by virtue of the portfolio he held in the past? I would ask you that question. No, we need to take a break. We need to take a break. My production team are breathing down my neck. So you're watching Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. Please stay with us.
Baby Kuran said, Unkuruguana said, Nipa 28. And now, one more 3 days. I couldn't say about it. And the Ethiopia said, Nipa 28. Very happy. Unya dema bakwa pe, wanya 27 enemies. Meboa. Na the Ethiopia so no bakupe na the man. We Jesus ya. Oba wiase a odi abodo nu. Echema ni pam pem nya bi obi anya bi di ye no a. Obi ani wa post be sedu obecha mana so ni pa pem so da. De tie bia ebi be di kanya. Ebi so ebetwen. Na moko brade na obi nya na wa nya Obronsam ne di kan de adwene be hye utrim oba de o kan ne se na wo hwe bra wa bre pa na pa tia ye osi ade a wo pe ya mfa ma o de akoko ya sisiu we de open so a ya bu kwasia ese se wo ye ho bibi se wa nwena nkwa akira Ubehu na wada na wo poison na wo party no bibibia ye ko yanim bia na wo twe silent na yema ade no sen kura ne se ye nuanu MPP fo a yenim wo mo ti o man no no ade a wo ye ho ade pa ne ehuro yenim se wa corporate DC na won sa kan Uchamua Omotewa ni aboye nsa hey DC Wamba chichi usa Yehua ase haja una na kampe umeyanda ezu perere mahama no sewaba uduku kro ya anya no anebo Ompabu adada ya anya no anesho. Womu be ye osa wa hwe ya. No akofa adwembo ni ahye utirimu. Se anye me pa ye to aba ye bomasum. na school feeding basi ame pena mensa kandia ene ade no besi si abeto.
All right, so wishing good morning out on Metro Television. That's vintage national chairman of the NDC. That's Johnson Asedu Nketiah. He's popularly known as General Mosquito. So, yes.
Yes, so Mura, I was just saying that one, we have seen that
Right.
minority leader is on his way out. And something interesting happened yesterday. You know, with respect to the renaming of the Kotoka International,
Yes.
you know, the minority leader was saying something, and all of a sudden, Oppong Nkrumah also came up with his. And you know, he's one of his names that are coming up as somebody that a potential replacement for him. So this is why I'm saying there's a certain level of mutiny that's going on at the minority side. I mean, but we are not very happy with that. Already, these guys are just about 88. And, you know, in a parliament of 270 something, you have a very minute minority. And then also now you are going to have this big crack in them. Like I said, we want an opposition that will keep us on our toes to deliver on our campaign promises. Tomorrow, look, Dr. Bawumia and what he brings on board. I mean, if you fine gentleman, we all agree, but we are not looking at the fine gentleman. We are looking at the substance he's going to bring as president. Okay. We have seen what he brought as vice president. And like I told you, in one breath, if you listen to some of the people who speak for the former vice president, they'll tell you that this one, he had no hand in it at all. Okay. His hands were tied. He was only a vice president. He could say nothing. Then in another breath, they said, oh, you see, all these things about the economy, even Honorable said it, the goal for the reserves, it was their goal, it is their work. No. I mean, look, we had gold already in this country. We had a way we manage gold. What has changed is that we have a certain leadership that have decided that they are going to go through a program that will be of benefit to the good people of Ghana. That will help to stabilize our forex and make sure that the economy runs well. And then you were asking a question, is the economy going to be this way? To get, they say that when good people are in leadership, the people are happy and the country flourishes. If you listen to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, he was in church, I think about last week, and he was saying that, look, even the IMF and the rest of the international bodies are surprised. Like, how was this turned around? It was turned around because the people who love Ghana are in power. The people who put the country first are in power. People who have decided that instead of siphoning money and putting it in our accounts, we are going to make sure that that money works for the people of Ghana. They are in power. Look, this is not the first time we are having gold. So what's the difference? Is this the first time we are having gold in this country?
Okay.
No, this is not the first time. Yesterday, from the government statistician, inflation is sitting at 3.8%.
Yeah.
The first time in about 30 years. Well, 2 years ago, just 2 years ago, you could go buy this cup, this mug, for 2 cedis. In 2 hours, you go back, it becomes 2 cedis, 50 pesos. We have seen that in this country. So Ghanaians are happy. I am saying, even if you add an angel into Dr. Bawumia's makeup, the next presidential candidate of the NDC will give him a defeat that is worse than the 41%. Listen, 61% of the delegates in NPP about 4 years ago decided that Dr. Bawumia would be their presidential candidate. He gave them a 41%. Now a 53% is deciding. What do you think the people of Ghana are going to do? Even in his own party.
You mean 56?
Yes, 56.
Okay. Yeah.
56, sorry, 56. Even in his own party, they are telling you that, look, they don't have confidence in this man. They don't think that Dr. Bawumia is the man that should be leading their party. But of course, he's the establishment candidate. He's made it. We wait to see. But I want us to remind the NPP that, look, everything you said about Dr. Bawumia, we have it on tape. We will play it back to you, and we'll play it back to the people of Ghana. But it's also a reminder, to us also in the NDC, that as we have started our processes as well, right from the branches through to the constituency to national, and then eventually with the election of a flag bearer, we need to remind ourselves that we cannot go the way of the NPP. We must protect this victory that we have won for Ghana. We must protect this power that we have. I know it's going to be very competitive as well.
Okay.
But in that competition, we must remember one thing. We are the only people who are in government that the people are happy. I'm sure Honorable is very happy when he bought fuel yesterday and last week and all that. He's very excited about it. Okay. All of a sudden, things are working well. So it's a reminder to us that, look, anything we say against one another will be used against us in the next elections. I'm very sure we are a party of well-meaning people. Our processes would not come where we have beatings, knives, injuries, etc.
Okay.
I know we are a social democrat. We bring everybody on board. We are going to elect a presidential candidate that the people of Ghana will be happy with. Okay. We'll elect a presidential candidate that will continue with the good works and the legacy of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
Okay, all right.
Moro.
Before you come in, let me do this quickly. I have some messages.
Okay.
Because it's just too many.
I'll
I'll just over 5, and then I'll bring you in. So Hassan Saudogo, who is a regular viewer of the show, he lives in Tema, he sends this message. It says, Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum salam, Hassan. He says, Haj Moro, please ask Titus to be honest to himself and say the truth for once. There is tension and issues among the minority leadership and Bamia supporters. If Ken should openly support Bamia, the supporters of Bamia will insult Ken the more by saying that Ken is not honest with his words at all, and he will be supporting honest with words if he supports Bamia after the election because of all those negative comments he made about Bamia before the election. Hassan Saudogo from Tema sends that message. Samuel Brian Boabeng says it is prudent for every party member and sympathizer to rally behind Dr. Bamia to secure victory in 2028. There is no middle ground. We all witnessed the dedication and energy displayed by patriots during the primary. Let us channel that same spirit into projecting the party, supporting our flag bearer and engaging the NDC family and effectively in a language that clearly understand. Osahin Afenyo-Markin isn't budging. He remains the minority leader. The NPP is a party, not a cult. Samuel Brian Boabeng sent that message. Alhaji Hamza from Payphone Alhaji, your messages are too long. God. He says, good morning, my brother. At the first place, I expect Ken and others to reject the system of the top-down approach because the album that was used in the year 2023 was the same album used to conduct elections, and it was clear that there was no way, Dr. Bamia would lose the election. Even the results that came from the headquarters goes to show that all the big men in the party were behind Dr. Mahmoud Bamia. But if I were to be Dr. Mahmoud Bamia, I'll be sad because the results as compared to 2023 goes to show that he has lost popularity in the party. From 61% to 56% is a cause to worry. But I can assure you 2028 elections is going to be the end of Dr. Mahmoud Bamia's political career because he's going to lose and lose big time. Now, this one here from Musa Abatwa from Asawase says that I don't see how Ghanaians can consider voting for Bamia after leaving inflation at 53%. Well, he didn't leave inflation at 53%. It was at 23%. Now, this one, perhaps the poor performance in the 2024 elections is what has led to the reset. Today, inflation has slowed to 3.8%, the lowest in nearly 27 years, showing clearly that the right people are now steering the economy. This turnaround reflects the impact of responsible and competent economic management. The NPP left the economy in crisis, but Ghanaians are beginning to see the results of sound leadership and discipline. Greetings to Chief of Staff Julius Deborah. Kojo Chumboafo sends this message. And Kojo says that, Moro, kindly tell Titus Glover to do us a favor and stop sobbing. Now, those of us who lost our pensions during the years when Bamia was the chairman of the EMT and vice president of the Republic haven't finished crying. Like so many Ghanaians, I saved money for 25 years for posterity. Under DDEP, I lost, and up to today, Bamia has absolved himself of the responsibility for the debacle that many Ghanaians are experiencing today. What we want is an unqualified apology and true contrition from Bamia. Instead of him, he and his oppressniks have gone to emasculate the electoral processes so that he comes back to continue to lie to Ghana. Bamia should tell us how he feels about whether Ken Oforiatta should be brought back to Ghana to face accountability for his stewardship. Now, on the plot against Afenyo, Oppong Nkrumah is busy undermining him. You have seen how Oppong Nkrumah has suddenly become vocal and leading causes he doesn't even comprehend. Oppong Nkrumah is now the pseudo-minority leader. Prince Harry from Koforidua says that so the nano-minority NPP want us to credit Dr. Bami for the absurd Gold for Oil initiative. But we should not blame him for the dreaded DDP, which took many innocent lives and souls. E-levy, betting tax, COVID levy, and the sharp depreciation of the city from 2016 to 2024. Dr. Mahmoud Bamia will be retired come 2028 with only one the NDC will elect as the leader of the party. On the inflation, the city appreciation, we're urging spare parts dealers to consider reducing prices so transport fares will also go down. Manche Bruce II from Tadi says, during the presidential primary, numerous falsehoods were spread about Dr. Mahmoud Bamia. Some originated them, and others were swayed by them. Yet ultimately truth won. The NPP has demonstrated that religious and tribal bigotry has no place in our democracy. Bamia's humility and unifying spirit will play a crucial role in bringing the other aspirants to the table to drive the 2020 agenda. Here in the Western region, Bamia secured all 17 constituencies. It was a marked improvement from the 2023 results where he secured 12 out of 17. Thanks to a hard-working team who identified and addressed the key challenges. The focus now shifts to 2028. And it says, greetings to our next national organizer, Honorable Titus Glover Manche Bruce II from Takrady sent that message. Apparently, Manche Bruce is on your side, though. Anyway, so Sani who says, Assalamu alaikum. Regards to some former MP struggle, after exiting Parliament, I propose that caucuses from both sides of the aisle should establish a fund for post-parliamentary benefits, where Adam Bagwin is working on that. Ex-members could access support and packages by the end of their 4th year after leaving office, helping alleviate hardship. If they are dead, however, their spouses and kids could still get the benefits at least once. If indeed Samira looked at Afenyo with a sneer, then it could be a concern. Wow, Honorable Titus. It says, I doff my heart for you. Good morning, Sani Salihu. Now, Ablago Mashi, who is the Minister for Tourism and Creative Arts, I believe I got the pronunciation of her ministry correctly. I got the arrangement correctly. She wants to know that did they not say we won't go to the IMF? Are we not with the IMF? I think it still has to do with Dr. Mahmoud Bamia and the reasons she gave as to why he should be given a chance. Gideon Ejepon from Sefiri also says, it's reasonably clear that in the democratic system like ours, every political party will experience both power and opposition. Last Saturday, no individual won. The great new patriotic party won, and we are proud of how the entire process was conducted. Now our focus and ultimate objective is to win the 2028 general elections. And I strongly believe that this is achievable if we unite, remain disciplined, and work together in one accord. Inshallah, we'll win the 2028 general elections with Dr. Mahmoud Bamia. Gideon Ejepon Sefi, he sends that message. Farhan, who is sending us a message from the UK, England, more specifically, he says that, good morning, Brother Moore and the panelists. This is from yesterday's topic, and because of its relevance, I thought it's worth sharing. Kwesi Pratt was right yesterday about the impact of attractiveness in election. Research strongly demonstrates that physical attractiveness shapes political and social outcomes through the halo effect. In Canada, Efron and the partisan analyzed 79 candidates from 21 parliamentary races in the 1972 Canadian federal election, involving parties led by Pierre Trudeau, Robert Stanfield, David Lewis, and Riel Kaout. Attractive candidates receive far more votes, 32%, than unattractive ones, 11%, and fringe party candidates were overwhelmingly rated unattractive, reinforcing attractiveness as a political advantage. In the United States, studies using photographs of real congressional candidates found that perceptions of competence and attractiveness accurately predicted actual electoral winners, confirming appearance-based voting behavior. Further evidence shows attractive individuals are judged more favorably in daily life, including receiving lighter social and judicial evaluations. Yes, voters will always naturally vote for an attractive candidate. McLean Desmond from Sefiri also says, personally, I don't understand what the NDC stands to gain by vociferously talking about Honorable Afenyo-Markin after the NPP's presidential primaries last Saturday. While Galamsey continues to rise, the priority of the NDC and their appointees seems to be focused on NPP internal primaries. Cocoa farmers are struggling to get paid for their produce, and even basic logistics like cocoa sacks are unavailable. As a result, some farmers are smuggling their cocoa, while others are selling their farms to illegal miners just to survive. The NDC should focus on delivering the promises they made, which led the good people of Ghana to believe they have solutions to the challenges confronting the country. Gentlemen, please, when you're sending your messages, please make it short. Makes it easier for us to read all of them. Tafan Amria says, good morning, Moro. Good morning to our Sheikh, the Quartet Titus Glover. He has done well by trying to preach unity between Muslims and Christians, but I can assure him that his party will not see power in the next 20 years and more. Now, Mystic Wonder Vuka from Isawam Idoji says, good morning to Moro and your panelists. The NPP told Ghanaians that over 2 million NPP people did not vote in the 2024 general election. Can Titus tell us what could have accounted for that? Couldn't it be because Dr. Mahmoud Mohamed religion, the tribe he belongs to? The NPP is the most confused political party currently in Ghana. Never again to this nepotistic nation records. My regards to Chairman Dr. Mark Oliver Kevo. I guess that I'll end with this one from Papa Bisu, who says, hello, my brother. Don't be surprised if Kenya Japan is announced as running mate to Bawumia. Fact is, you and I, our disco schoolmate, has already given that hint by indicating anything can happen. The NPP needs unity badly to recapture power in 2028, hence bringing... You can just...
Yes,
yes,
in just 2 minutes. Look, if you have decided to have your own, to elect a liability as your own presidential candidate, that is your own wahala. I mean, what do we have to lose in this case? If you have decided to pick a liability, Galam say. I mean, sometimes when I listen to our brothers from the NPP, I just get so worried. Look, even to the point you enacted an LI that allowed people to mine in our forest reserves. This government has repealed it. You said, look, these are reserves we left. You gave people licenses to go mine in those reserves. Has it not been repealed?
Yeah.
Water levels in terms of turbidity, etc. You can send your people around. Go to Ankobra and the rest. How is the water looking like? The job NIMOS is doing, in 8 years, if you were able to find a team to work that way, I'm sure we'll not be where we are. What is President Mahama doing? Oh, Mustafa Gbandi said, that, okay, let's assume, yes, they were given. But in the pit of sin, we put $97 million. Today, somebody is hiding in the US because he does not want to come answer for it. That one is fine. That is good governance. What is His Excellency John Dramani Mahama doing? The people of Ghana know what he's doing. The people of Ghana who are buying fuel this morning, they know what he's doing. The people of Ghana who access healthcare today know what they are doing. Yesterday, 298,000 was paid for 4 patients through Ghana Medical Trust Fund. For them to have cancer surgeries done in Kolebu, those people know what His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is doing. The big push, the roads is going to construct, they know what His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is doing. All these things, even he, my elder brother here, Honorable Titus Glover, he's looking so fine and so young. The economy is good for him.
That's like...
He is enjoying the economy.
I'm not.
I mean,
sorry.
We are not saying everything has been done right, but we are saying that the progress we have made is enough for us to knock ourselves on the chest and say that this government has performed and is going to even do more.
Okay.
And like I said, look, even me, Abdul Halik, if they put me on that ballot, I will compete very favorably with Dr. Bawumia.
Okay.
We're waiting for you.
All right. Let me do this.
PENDREAM TV. Now, so far so good. Say open online portal e Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.